You can call into the show at 724-444-7444 using call ID 30273#. Now, here's your host, Ryan Clark.
Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to the Tuesday, September 15th, 2009 edition of WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. I'm, as always, your host, Ryan Clark, and we're going to be here for about the next 2 hours. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We had the Breaking Point pay-per-view on Sunday night, and we had Monday Night Raw from the last night as well, plus a lot of news here over the past few weeks with Jeff Hardy and what else happened? A bunch of stuff happened. But we're going to talk about that, like I said, over the next 2 hours. Matty Boone, good to have you back, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you see what I almost did? I almost forgot to get you on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one would have been your fault. Last week was my fault. That one would have been your fault.
I know. Well, I always forget that, you know what I mean? You got to play the theme, and then you got to, it's a whole bunch of complicated shit that you have to do to get it live. But,
I got to push buttons.
Matt Boone wasn't here last week.
I'm not crying about it. Everybody else seems to be, though. I don't know.
What happened?
I thought he was dead. I thought he wasn't alive anymore.
Listen, dude. All right, listen. Well,
just appreciate it, man.
Listen. Usually, last Tuesday, a lot of you guys know, actually everybody that listens to the show knows that we didn't do a live radio broadcast last week. You
didn't do one by yourself?
Well, no, that's too tough.
Nah, I would have just did it by myself if it was me.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't that much stuff to talk. I mean, we didn't have a pay-per-view last weekend. There wasn't.
We had Breaking Point coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, but I figured we could do, a Breaking Point pre-show, or even a pre-show before it went live. But yeah, so I waited till the last minute, and then usually what happens is you call me up, you know what I mean? And you say, hey man, I'm not going to be able to make the show, and there was nothing last week, so I got nervous, and I didn't see you Wednesday, I didn't see you Thursday, Friday, and I'm thinking, what is going on with this guy? But it's good to have you back.
Saturday even, yes. It is good to be back.
I know. I got worried about you. I contacted a bunch of different people, wondering, what was going on. But we're back here live, baby, live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby, for a 2-hour broadcast tonight, maybe a little bit longer. Depends, man. I didn't know until we came on the air just a few minutes ago that there's a live UFC special tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. And the Ultimate Fighter debuts with Kimbo and Rampage and Rashad, and that's tomorrow night also.
I didn't know that until we came on. So, yeah, we're going to talk about what's the main event.
Here, I can give you the rundown of all the events. We got Mayweather-Marquez on Saturday, also UFC 103 Saturday. Sunday's the TNA pay-per-view. Tomorrow is the UFC Fight Night and the Ultimate Fighter.
No, the TNA. Oh, that's right. It is.
It is this Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a loaded weekend, man. And Wednesday. Yeah, it's a loaded next few days coming up.
Well, Mayweather Marquez as well. So Jesus, man.
Which one are you going to watch on Saturday? Because they're head to head.
Shoot, yeah, I know UFC.
Because the UFC's even got they got the prelims free on Spike TV to try and steal away the fans that like to see both. If they might be more interested in Mayweather.
Is this the one they're doing that? Is this weekend free?
Yeah, they're doing it this weekend because it's like a competition thing against Mayweather and HBO pay-per-view because they figure they get the early jump on the fight audience by putting on the prelims for free on Spike, which they've never done before, and they hope to retain that audience into the pay-per-view as opposed to switching over to the Mayweather fight.
Well, you know what I'm going to do is I'll probably have the boxing up on the computer. I got to order UFC. You know what I mean? I can't miss any UFCs.
I just watched the countdown. I just watched the countdown preview for that. It got me nice and jacked up and ready for it, man.
The countdown for UFC?
This weekend, yeah.
Have you seen the Mayweather Marquez countdown, the 24/7?
Yeah, I've seen all 3 episodes. The 4th one airs. I forget when. It's coming up in a day or 2. The 4th one airs.
I saw 2 and 3, and
so you saw the one where Marquez drank his own piss.
Right. That was number 2, I believe.
2, yeah, and then number 3, Mayweather made fun of him and said, I'll give him some gorilla piss. Just open your mouth, bitch, and shit like that. It was bad.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Those they air on HBO. I'm sure they're going to recap them throughout the week if you guys get HBO.
Yeah, there'll probably be a marathon on Saturday leading into the fight or something.
Yeah, just check your local listings. But those are really, really.
They really are
nice.
Amazing, man. I mean, compared to the UFC countdown, they blow them out of the water because it's like a work of art. They won an Emmy for the or whatever award. I think it's an Emmy, whatever award they give for that kind of stuff, documentaries and stuff.
Yeah, but you can't shit all over the UFC one.
No, those are great too. But I just think that 24/7 is like one step above as far as getting you. It's just so cool. They hype the trainers. The trainers are stars by the end of those series. The Nacho Bernstein and Mayweather's family. They're all stars because of that show. So
right. We got we're gonna run down boxing and UFC
a little bit.
and a little bit, all that stuff. Probably near the end of hour number 2. We're gonna get through Breaking Point, which was Sunday, and Monday Night Raw. We're gonna take kind of a different approach tonight, where we're just gonna kind of the ups and downs, the high points, the low points of the show. We're gonna kind of, not match by match, but maybe match by match, but we won't spend a lot of time on it because we got to talk about the big Jeff Hardy story. There's been a lot of news out on that.
I'm completely dead on that too. You're gonna have to carry that stuff. I know that there's the Kurt Angle story too, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, just a ton of news. So we're gonna get to all of that here.
And plus, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 events we got to talk about that's coming up. So we can't harp for an hour on 2 events that's already over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We we're going to talk about all that. Tons and tons of stuff. We've got the live chat room. We're going to take live phone calls as well, by the way, like we do every week. So let me get some chat plugs out of the way, phone plugs out of the way. WZROnline.com /chat is the link to the live chat room. How about those ad codes that they threw up there? Huh?
I see that. Yeah, you should tell people you don't have any control over that. Some of them were complaining about it because I think I'm on the full screen version of the chat, which is on the TalkShoe system. So I don't. It's next to the screen names on the chat page. But for the people on WZROnline.com right now, that ad covers the chat name, so they can't see anything on that side.
I didn't even think about that. We'll have to go in and reconfigure the WZROnline.com chat. But like Maggie said, we don't have any control over that. We're
about to upgrade it.
Yeah. When you guys launch the new stuff over at your MMA site.
Coming soon too.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Crazy new MMAnews.com design coming, guys, that you guys are going to eat up here over the next few weeks or whenever.
Yeah, I was giving my boss all the information for the Fight Finder yesterday, so it's getting close, man.
Getting close, baby.
It's getting real close. I'm scared.
All right, WZROnline.com /chat. Get in the chat room. The phone number to call us live is 724-444-7444. Call ID number 30273, followed by the pound key. We'll take your calls here probably in hour number 2. Chat outs here in just a little bit as well. No TNA Impact tapings tonight. They taped 3 weeks worth 2 weeks ago in Orlando, Florida. Next week, we're going back to the Impact tapings. But nothing tonight and nothing last night for TNA. We have SmackDown spoilers tonight. They are from Hamilton, Ontario. You know what bugs me is if there's any Canadians in the chat room. Is it when they pronounce this? Is it Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, or is it just Hamilton, Ontario without the Canada? Obviously,
I think it's like saying New York City, New York, United States of America. If you say it that way, you know what I mean? Because you don't need to say the country, but for some reason I always do when I type it out, when I put it like in the report or something. I always do the whole thing. Right.
But I mean when they go to Toronto or Montreal, it's Montreal, Canada.
I did the play-by-play for the pay-per-view in Raw. For Montreal, I put Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and for Toronto, I put Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So I just write the whole thing out. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Because it's like a two-part name where it's like Toronto, Ontario, or it's Montreal, Quebec.
Yeah, but I think that's just like saying New York City, New York. It's the city and then the state, only whatever they call it, province or whatever. And then Canada's, that's the country. You don't say, you don't say Atlanta, Georgia, America. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Well, it always bugged me. So, anyways, they're in Hamilton, Ontario tonight.
Is that the East Coast or?
You know what? I also did a Google search of that. I said Hamilton, Ontario, Canada is what I put in the Google search. And we're on the East Coast tonight in Canada. Yeah, so we probably won't have to wait up too late here tonight. ECW will be a tape show. Hopefully, we'll have some ECW spoilers before we go off the air. SmackDown. Probably if Ryan Gray or anybody does them tonight, we'll probably have the first few segments of SmackDown before we go off the air. So Matty B, check up on that. See what we'll do for you guys in hour number 2. What else? So I know you got a lot of miscellaneous stuff. We'll talk about it real quick because, like I said, I'm going to make Breaking Point Monday Night Raw pretty quick tonight. You know what I mean? We'll fly through. But how was the weekend?
Weekend was good. I mean, it was a lot of work because, I got back in, here on, late Sunday. So I had the pay-per-view immediately, and then I woke up. But Friday and Saturday I had quite a bit of fun, actually. So, but we'll just leave it at that because we have a young audience. You got an idea or two?
I can think of a few things. But
yes, it was a few things.
Oh, like you said, young audience, so we'll leave it at that. Leave it to Boone, you know what I'm saying, to kick back the beers and whatever else you got popping over there, you know what? But, no, what did I do over the weekend? I don't
Football
remember.
what was the opening game? That was Thursday, or what was that? Was that part of the weekend?
The opening game was Thursday night. It was Pittsburgh and... Oh, shit. I can't think of it right now.
I'm stumping, too. Colts? No.
Nah, Colts played on Sunday.
Yeah.
In the chat room will know. Pittsburgh and...
I can't remember. Tampa Bay?
No, Tampa Bay was on Sunday, too. I don't know. It was... I don't know. Whatever.
Titans, there you go.
Tennessee Titans, there it is.
Thank you to Kipster. Yeah, you beat me to it.
Kipster 11 in the chat, no doubt. So we had that on Thursday, and then we had college football on Saturday. I'm a big fan of college football.
Yeah, they had the Michigan State game. I'm a Lions fan. I'm a Michigan boy.
They had that, and they had the USC Ohio State game, which was Saturday night, which turned out to be a good game as well.
I thought you said UFC. USC.
Yeah,
I got you.
USC, South Carolina. So we had that, and Sunday, of course, NFL football day. I'll tell you what, Saturday night there was actually, who was it? Miguel Kessler and Andre Ward both fought on Showtime, separate fights. Yeah, both fought against jobbers. And,
they both won easy, I heard.
Both won easy.
That's part of that tournament, right?
No, that's not. That's
you
not.
sure? I think it is.
No, not part
I think it is. I'm actually pretty sure about it, too. I was just being nice. Miguel Kessler's definitely, they're in it, man. They're in it.
No, but the tournament only has 8 guys in the tournament. You know what I mean? And the guys that they fought, I think the tournament starts next week or the week. It's in September, but we had a big debate about it over here because the 2 guys that they fought weren't in that tournament because it's like 8 guys that are in that tournament that's coming up. So,
are you sure it's not 8 guys fighting 8 jobbers and then they advance like Pride Days? I think that's what it is.
I thought they were all fighting each other.
No, for the showcase, they were showcasing the 8 guys, and it's pretty much guaranteed they're all going to win, but it's just to get people invested and hyped up, and then the big fights start, and then after the first round, you got mega fights, so it's like a slow bit. It's like exactly what Pride used to do with Grand Prix. I mean, either way, they won, they're in the tournament, so they advanced. If it wasn't part of the tournament, they're still in the tournament. So either way, neither guy is not in the tournament now as a result of those fights, because they both won anyway.
You see that? I'm not sure.